What is up, YouTube? It is Docky, and I am back here with the missus while we break down a bunch of Hogwarts Legacy information that has been dropping literally all day today, right up until we finished recording. We've got a bit to break down today, some new character reveals, some new spell, gameplay, and so much more to catch up on as well. So like I always say, without wasting any more of y'all's time, let's just hop straight into this video and straight into this info. So today we got a lot of information on voice talent behind the characters in the game, along with the reveal of some very important ones as well. But first, let's start with the main character's voice talent that was given to us through the official Hogwarts Legacy Twitter, first being Amelia Gething, who was announced as playable character voice number 2, and then Sebastian Croft, who is voiced as playable character voice 1. We were also given the voice of our Ravenclaw companion, who is voiced by Asif Ali, and another Ravenclaw student that's voiced by a returning Wizarding World character. Luke Youngblood will be returning to the Wizarding World to voice a Ravenclaw student named Everett Clapton. So, I have no idea who this character is. I don't know who he even played in the movies. I'm sure you're going to tell me. So, who is Luke Youngblood?
So, Lee Jordan is the twins' friend, very best friend. So that's Fred and George's best friend ever. He's in the books more than he is in the movie, but he is in the movie a bit. We do get to see him a little, but that's who his character was.
So, he is coming back, apparently, which I guess is always cool when they bring back returning actors. Even though they're not playing clearly the same character, it's still, a pretty cool thing. But before we get into some of the rest of the voice acting talent that was shown off today, let's get into some of the more bigger news that came out of these reveals. First of which being Leslie Nicole, who you may have known from The Boys or Downton Abbey, who is voicing Professor and Deputy Headmistress of Hogwarts, Matilda Weasley.
So, a deputy headmistress is more like what you would think of as a vice principal in a school.
Okay.
That's probably the most American
so they still
explanation.
So they still have some responsibility. Essentially, that's what she is. She's that role is a vice principal role.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's the Headmaster's right-hand person. And I'm really excited about the fact that this is going to be a Weasley, because even though we don't know what the Weasley's ancestors were really like, the Weasley family that we know of is very loyal, very kind. So it's nice to know that there's going to be somebody who has power in the castle who should be welcoming and kind to our character.
And one of the best reveals, in my opinion, is the Headmaster of Hogwarts himself, Phineas Nigellus Black, voiced by Mr. Shaun of the Dead himself, Simon Pegg. I mean, of course, he's been on other things as well, like The Boys. He was even the inspiration for the character Huey in the comics, and he was in Mission Impossible, The World's End, Hot Fuzz. I mean, the list goes on. And I know he's been wanting to be in the Wizarding World for so long, so it's awesome that he's getting the opportunity to do so, and as what I'm assuming will be a very important character in the game.
So he is the great grandfather of one of everybody's favorites, Sirius Black, my personal favorite, Regulus Black, and the Black family in the whole, which is pretty much everybody's favorite family.
That's what I keep hearing, apparently.
It's because it's a unique, it's not really that unique, but it's an interesting family dynamic. I am super more excited about the Weasley being the deputy headmistress, knowing that he's going to be the headmaster, though, because the Black family is known to be pretty blood puristy. They think that they're better. In fact, their family motto is the French for always pure. They think that their blood is best. And even Sirius Black,
which might make sense on why they got the Weasley as the deputy headmistress.
I feel like it'll be a good balance, at least for our character, because I mean, we don't know who we're coming in as, but if we're coming in as somebody who's not a pure blood, no matter if we come from some great noble line, there's still going to be some type of prejudice probably on the Headmaster Black's side of things. Whereas the Weasley matriarch at this point will probably be more loving and welcoming if they go along with the current what we know of the families. That's if, because I mean, these characters can be anything.
Yeah, exactly. Now, as we were recording, so much more was being released as well. So here are some more additional voice talents that's going to be joining Hogwarts Legacy. First, we have Jason Anthony, who will be voicing Nearly Headless Nick and the Sorting Hat. And those characters in the franchise are, I'm assuming, very important, because I have heard of both of these things.
So, the Nearly Headless Nick is the ghost of Gryffindor. He's nearly headless because they tried chopping his head off like a bunch of times and it never came off.
How do you fail at chopping off a head?
They failed multiple times, and it is
in a magical world. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked.
It is his great disdain because he can never join the headless hunt because he's not technically headless. There's a whole point of this in the book. It's fantastic.
Oh my god!
But I'm kind of intrigued now because he, as far as I understand, isn't he's not the oldest ghost, because we have Ravenclaw's actual daughter who was murdered, who's a ghost, and we also have her murderer, who is the ghost of Slytherin, that should already be. So I'm wondering if they're going to announce them, like if we're going to get those ghosts
or encounter them in the game.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure when the Fat Friar comes into play. That's the Hufflepuff's ghost, but I don't know when they are made a ghost, but it is a friar, so time period.
Gotcha. So important character.
Yeah, and
the Sorting Hat, I'm sure everybody knows Sorting Hat. We've gone to Universal, we've seen the Sorting Hat.
Yes, you know the Sorting Hat.
And yeah.
The Sorting Hat is the Sorting Hat.
These other two actors are voicing two professors in the game as well. The first of which being Sam Kipla, who will be voicing the astronomy professor, Satyavati Sa, which I hope I pronounced that right. And then we have Candace Kane, who is going to be voicing Professor Onai. And on top of the official casting for these professors, there are some other ones that we got information on, though we don't know the casting of as of yet. The first of which being the potions professor, Aesop Sharp, who is a former Aura turned professor. I'm not sure what Aura means, and hopefully I pronounced that right.
Basically, it's just the Wizarding World's law enforcement.
Okay. So it's essentially he's an ex-cop turned professor.
Yes.
That's what we're getting at. Okay. Makes more sense, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Another professor that we got a brief description and a look at as well is Maribel Garlick, who is going to be the herbology professor. Then one that we've known about for a while is Professor Ronan, who is the charms professor. And then lastly, we have Professor Diane Hackett, who is the defense against the dark arts professor. So lots of voice announcement and reveals, but still a few more things to get into for this video. So on the official Twitter, we did get looks at some new spells and potions in action and gameplay posted on there as well. So first, when it comes to the spells, we got to look at the Accio spell.
It's the get over here spell. It brings anything to you, or you to things, I guess.
Yeah, as a Mortal Kombat fan, I understand that reference. And by the gameplay, we kind of see what it's actually doing. Now, personally, I just love how it's used in so many different circumstances in combat, traversal, and collecting. And one of the main things that I've been loving about everything I've been seeing from this game is how versatile every spell seems to be and have multiple uses in this game. Another spell that we got to look at was the Incendio spell.
Fire. Light things on fire, people on fire, things on fire, fire.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I figured. It's pretty much what it sounds like and what it shows in the gameplay. And just like Accio, we see it used in a variety of situations for combat to clear blocked paths and to light in hallways and possibly more as well. And then the last spell that we got a brief look at as well was a quick clip of our player turning an enemy into a chicken.
So, I'm pretty sure it's just a transfiguration spell. I'm not sure what the name is. The only time I can recall it off the top of my head is when Mad Eye or Barty Crouch Jr. spoilers, but I mean at this point, he turns Draco Malfoy into a ferret, which
okay.
So, yeah.
So it might not have a proper spell name. It's just a transfiguration spell.
Yeah, I don't know if it has a name or not, but that's what I'm assuming it is.
This seems like unusually cruel for this type of game, but hey, I'm going with it. Now, after the spells, we did get a look at two types of potions and their recipes. The first is called the Edurus potion, which increases your defense and covers your character in what appears to be stone, and the ingredients are one batch of Ashwinder eggs and one piece of mongrel fur. The second potion we got to look at was called the Wiggenweld potion, and it is used to restore your health, and the ingredients needed for this are one drop of Horklump juice and one batch of Dittany leaves. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this all right, but who knows? But honestly, when it comes to spells and potions, we know we're just scratching the surface. We know that there's going to be hundreds of spells to discover in game, along with the unforgivable curses, and just as many potions to discover as well. So that's all we got for this video. Is there anything you wanted to add?
The only thing I'd like to add is I'm really excited about the fact that our characters can be developed the way that we want them to be. You saw that this fire spell, the incendio spell, you can light someone fire and you can also light a candle with it.
Yeah.
The fact that we're going to be able to do the unforgivables. I'm a big firm believer that spells are all about intent. I feel like you can use all of them any type of way for good and for negative. So I'm pretty excited to see where I can go with that.
Yeah, especially with some of the dark art stuff that we're going to be getting with the pre-order bonus and some of those spells that you can learn. It's going to be interesting to see how we can actually tweak our characters more than just gameplay if it's actually narrative or story based or driven. So that'll be interesting to see. Well, we will catch you all on the next one. I do stream or at least put out a video every day on the channel, so stop by and hopefully there will always be something new for you here on the channel. Other than that, if you haven't, be sure to follow me on my Twitter. Links to all my social media accounts are in the video description, along with the link to the Discord as well, where we cover all games on the channel and some games that I don't. We have guides, pills, LFGs, and so much more. So if you're a new viewer and haven't subscribed or haven't followed, definitely recommend you do, because again, I either stream or put out a video every single day, so you could catch all the new releases or any games I'm playing, and 9 times out of 10, if it's a multiplayer game, feel free to squad up. Other than that though, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Again, thank you all for watching. We will catch you all in the next one. And be sure to leave a like if you liked the video. If you didn't, still leave a like because nobody's going to see that dislike. Other than that, I'm out of here. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the subs. Peace.